super fun to talk about all kinds of cool animals with you.
I just heard your parents talking with my friend Chip, and they said we are going to the zoo! Favorite creature?
Well, I thought it would be the lions, the tigers, or the bears. But actually, my very favorite was the owl. I loved the way it could spin its head all the way around and the way it looked at everyone and everything.
Yeah, owls have really good eyesight. That's how they can see really little things from high up in the trees and even when they're flying.
If I had eyesight like that, you know what I'd see? I'd see things before they even happen. Like the one time I slipped on that spaghetti noodle in the lunchroom at school. No way! I'd see that and step right over. Or that one time my little brother got into my room and messed up my perfectly Calli-coordinated bookshelves. I'd see that coming and be able to stop him before he even thought of it.
Calli, good eyesight does not mean that you can see into the future.
Aw, man. I guess I'll have to think of another way to stop myself from getting into these situations. I got it! I'll invent time travel! Then I can travel into the future and... Oh no, that won't work because then...
I'll keep listening to Calli's ideas while you check out today's Bible story.
God gave Daniel great wisdom. That means that Daniel would understand things most people could not. In fact, the king called Daniel many times to help the king figure out what his dream meant. He was also the only one who could tell King Belshazzar what was written on the wall and what it meant. There's no problem that Daniel couldn't solve or question that Daniel could not answer because he had God's help. But one night Daniel had a dream. Even he didn't know what it meant. It was about 4 creatures he had never seen before. The first one looked like a lion except it had wings of an eagle. The second looked sort of like a bear. The third creature was like a leopard and it had 4 wings. The fourth and last creature, well, we don't know what it looked like, but it had really large teeth and 10 horns. That dream was so strange, Daniel was so confused that he had to ask for help. An angel told Daniel what the dream meant. God was showing Daniel about things that would happen in the future, things that had not happened yet. The different animals were telling a story about things that would happen much later. Daniel was the smartest guy in all the kingdom, but even he had trouble fully understanding the dream. He was famous for being able to help and tell people what had happened in the future. But the thing that mattered most was that Daniel trusted God. After his strange dream, even he had to say, "I don't know the future, but I know God is with me."
Wow! Daniel knew so many things, but even he had to figure some things out.
Yeah, but it's okay, because Daniel knew he could trust God, especially with the future, the things that haven't happened yet.
Do you think that Daniel would have been able to stop his little bro from touching his stuff?
I'm not sure, but I think Daniel knew the same thing that we can know.
I don't know the future, but I know God is with me. So it's okay that we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow. The most important thing is knowing that God is with us no matter what comes.
That's right. You know what? I think you might be just as smart as Daniel in our story.
Really? Aw, thanks! That makes me want to cue music. 3, 2, 1. Come on, friends! Get up and dance along! That's it for today. Thanks so much for learning and growing with me. Keep on trying, little lions. Keep it on the up and uppy, little puppies. Anyway... It might be dark. Was that a bark? What can I do? If I feel afraid, what should I do? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego prayed to God to not let go. Daniel in the lion's den, they trusted God, so I will then hear me roar. My God is with me. Hear me roar. I don't have to worry. Hear me roar. My God is with me. Hear me roar. Hear me roar. So when it's dark and something barks, here's what I'll do. When I feel afraid and life is a zoo, no matter what anyone else says, I will follow all God's ways. Even when I make mistakes, God gives me a brand new day. Hear me roar. My God is with me. Hear me roar. I don't have to worry. Hear me roar. My God is with me. Hear me roar. Hear me roar. I won't give up. God is with me. I'm not alone. God is with me. I can keep learning. God is with me. I'm not afraid. God is with me. I don't know the future, but I know God is with me. So hear me roar. Roar. Roar.
Hello, Journey Kids. Welcome to our last adventure in the Book of Daniel. Last episode, we talked about how Daniel was saved in the den of lions. Today, Daniel interprets a dream about 4 great beasts. So let's hop right in. The first beast was like a lion, and it had the wings of an eagle. The second beast looked like a bear, and it was raised up on one side, and it had 3 ribs in its mouth. Yuck! The third beast was like a leopard, and it had 4 wings, and it also had 4 heads. It was given the authority to rule. Then the fourth beast was the most terrifying of them all. It had large teeth and 10 horns. Then up came a little horn, and it had eyes and a mouth. Then it started bragging. Then all of a sudden, the other beasts had their authority taken away. And there before Daniel was one like a son of man, who was given authority, glory, and power. Now on to the interpretation. This dream meant that the beasts are 4 kings that will rise from the earth, but the holy people of the Most High will receive the kingdom and will possess it forever. Yes, forever and ever. But what about that scary beast? The fourth beast is a 4th kingdom that will appear on earth. It will be different from all the other kingdoms and will take over the whole earth. The 10 horns are 10 kings that will come from this kingdom. After them, a different king will arise, different from the earlier ones. He will speak against the Most High. Then his power will be completely destroyed forever. Then servants of heaven will receive authority, glory, and power. So here's the big idea. I don't know the future, but I know that God is with me. Say it with me, Journey Kids. I don't know the future, but I know that God is with me. See you next time, Journey Kids.
Whoa, you're here! This is great! Welcome to Grow TV!
Welcome to Grow TV! Hosted by Carl, where we have fun with our friends, talk about Jesus, and go over everything the Bible has to offer. Now once again, welcome to Grow TV!
Hey, hi, howdy. So glad you're here. I'm still at the zoo, and I am still having the time of my life. Just 10 minutes ago, I saw a chimpanzee do a backflip off of a tire. A tire that was hanging from a rope, a little tire swing. Did a backflip. Then 5 minutes before that, I saw a giraffe eat a dude's hat. It was awesome. You know, there's just something about going to the zoo that gets me pumped. Woo! I don't know if it's the elephant mud or the smell of stale pretzels. Something about it just reminds me of my childhood. I don't ever want to leave.
Dear fellow zoogoers, the zoo is closing in 5 minutes. Please gather your personal items and find the nearest exit. Thank you for visiting the zoo.
What? Are you kidding me?
No, I'm a robot, and I am not allowed to kid.
Oh, thanks. I didn't think you could hear me.
Ha ha ha. I hear everything.
Alright, that is scary. Anywho, kids, why didn't you tell me the zoo is going to close? Oh man, this stinks. So if I have to leave the zoo now, that means I have to go where? I don't know. Man, I don't want to leave. The world's falling apart.
I think you're being a little dramatic.
Hey!
Carl! Oh no, what's going on?
I mean, it's just that the zoo's closing now and I don't know what's going to happen.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? I mean, I have to leave the one place I love more than anything. To where? Home? Waffle House? Home Depot? I don't know what's ahead of me and I'm scared.
Alright, well that's fine. No one knows what's ahead of them.
What do you mean?
Well, look how afraid Daniel was when he had his dream.
What are you talking about?
Daniel in his dream. Look at Daniel, Old Testament, chapter 7. Okay, well, one night Daniel had a dream and it was strange. So the dream started out with Daniel looking out at the sea. And there was a strong wind and it started shaking the tree. Then something came out of the water.
Really? What?
4 big beasts. All of them came up out of the water and each of them had a special power.
Describe them, please.
All right, so the first beast looked like a lion, but it had wings like eagles.
Terrifying. Continue.
The second beast was a bear holding 3 rib bones in its mouth.
Also terrifying.
The third beast was a jaguar with 4 wings like a bird.
Oh, that's not too weird.
But it also had 4 heads.
And there it is.
And then the last beast was a very scary and strong one. It had iron teeth and 10 horns.
Cool, that sounds cool.
After that, Daniel saw God's throne, and the last beast was killed. The rest of the beasts had their powers all taken away.
All right, I'm following you.
Then Daniel suddenly sees what they call the Son of Man.
Oh, I think I know him.
He was shown that the Son of Man would be in control of every nation for all time.
Seriously? Is that true?
It sure is, but Daniel woke up and he was a bit scared.
What? Why? That's a fun and intense dream.
Yeah, but Daniel knew that it meant something.
Really? Dreams can mean something?
Sometimes, but that wasn't uncommon in the Old Testament times. Daniel knew that the beasts represented kings of the world, and no matter how mighty and powerful that those kings would ever be, no one is as powerful as God. Daniel didn't know it then, but we know now that the Son of Man in this dream was probably talking about Jesus and how he is truly the king, a king more powerful than any king in the past, present, or future.
Well, you're right about that. Man, I can't imagine being Daniel. That is a super heavy dream. Think about it. Jesus hadn't come to the earth yet. And Daniel's seen bits and pieces of the future, and I don't know, that could be a bit scary.
No, you're totally right, Carl. Not knowing what the future holds can be scary. I find myself worrying all the time about what's going to happen tomorrow. What am I going to do when I get older? How am I going to keep a job? Why do I have to have a job? You know what I mean, Carl?
Totally. I worry about a ton of things, and I don't know how to stop it.
Well, just know this. You can only control what you can control.
Huh?
Think about it. You can't control what tomorrow will ever look like or what can happen. So instead of worrying, we need to learn to trust God more and more.
Oh, I like that. What if I mess up and do worry, though?
That's okay. God will always be there for us. We just need to keep trying and trusting.
Hey there, kiddos! How was the story? Did Carl stop crying? I hope so. So today's big idea is, I don't know the future, but I know God is with me. Oh, that is so good! So let's roar it out loud on the count of 3. Ready? 3, 2, 1. I don't know the future, but I know God is with me. Good job, kids. That was rhinorific. That was a rhino joke. Like rhino and terrific put into one word. Get it? No? Okay. Anywho, thank you so much for watching Grow TV. I hope to see you next time. Bye!
Thank you for watching, and tune in next week for a new episode of Grow TV.
Nahum chapter 1 verse 7. The Lord is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble, and he knows those who trust in him.